Welcome to South Asia. This is J. Reddy, our facilitator. We'll continue our fascinating journey about our great innocent land, Punjab, south of Sivaliks and Hindu Kush and Karakoram mountains. And in the last lecture, we saw about the British Punjab as a political entity that existed between 1849 and 1947. And in this presentation, we look at what are the various divisions and districts of Punjab, British Punjab, which eventually formed further as the districts evolved in East Punjab and East Punjab and today's Punjab and Haryana and also Himachal Pradesh. You will get a very good understanding. In understanding any land, people discuss any news is always about a particular place, Amritsar or Gurdaspur or Pathankot or Multan or Rawalpindi or Attock or Mianwali and Mithankot, and also you always listen about the place. If you understand a district and a particular geographic location, broad idea, what the person is trying to communicate will be much more enjoyable, and you will really understand what is going on, and you can also actively participate in the conversation. Essentially, you will be knowing more about your land or any particular land on the Mother Earth, that is our Dharti. And in this process, and I will talk about the British Punjab, its divisions and districts. It is the British. We finally mapped a lot of India as the British Empire started growing after Battle of Plassey in 1757, and the east side of River Hooghly, or also called Bhagirathi, in Bengal Plains, so the Bengal Delta, Gangetic Delta. Lot of British geographers and people and assemble a lot of geographical knowledge, and British governed India like districts. By 1857, the lot of districts were formed, their political boundaries were consolidated. When the British left in India, and in the Indian parts, there were round about whatever came to India after partition, round about 300 districts. In Pakistani part, I didn't calculate, roughly there should be around about 60, 70 or 80, and East Pakistan part there should be around about 15 or so. That means there were around about, we can say roughly 450 districts at that time. And throughout our series in South Asia, in maps, icons, pictures and images, you will get a very good clarity about all these things, and keep following our educational channel, and which targets to bring you very good amount of knowledge and my 4 decades of serious study on this Indology and understanding of our motherland. Today's part is about the British Punjab. As we discussed, it survived from 1849 to 1947. And after the first and second Sikh War and Lord Dalhousie, the Governor General decided to annex Punjab, and the existing Maharaja was deposed, and Dalip Singh, son of Maharaja Ranjit Singh, was sent back to Britain, and he was converted into Christianity and married to a British noble family, and essentially alienated from the local culture, Hindu culture and Sikh civilization. And British and divided the Punjab into, eventually, this is the final Punjab that finally evolved at maturity. There was a Punjab, and also there were princely states like Bhavalpur princely state, and Chamba princely state, and Simla states, and Patiala, Nabha and Jind prince states, Malerkotla ruled by Nabab south of Ludhiana, and Kapurthala ruled by the Maharaja, Sikh Raja, and Sirmur and Mandi and Suket, and so on. Essentially, like the districts, they're princely states, they're broadly called British Punjab, and we look at the districts and divisions of Punjab today. There are 5 divisions in Punjab. The Lahore division, this here I have given the divisions in different colors for your clarity, and we can see them. And this is the Lahore division, and this is the Multan division, and this is Rawalpindi division. That means the Rawalpindi division, Multan division, and Lahore division. Then in the eastern side we have Delhi division. This is the southern part in dark red color or bright red color, you can see. Sometimes you will see in the political literature different names for these divisions. Delhi division is called, after Delhi was taken away from this, is called Ambala division. Sometimes it is called Haryana division. Then we have a Jalandhar division here from Firozpur to Kangra. British Punjab stressed and the outskirts of Sindh province, and east side it has a Rajputana, and west side it has a Pashtun speaking areas and this type Baluchi speaking areas. Later Pashtun speaking areas were separated from British Punjab in 1901, designated as a northwest frontier province, that is consisting of Hazara district and Nowshera district, Peshawar district, and Kohat district, Banu district, and there are Ismail Khan districts. This is after setting the 1901 the Pashtun speaking northwest frontier province. And there are 5 divisions, and let's go over these districts in detail, and after this talk you will be a good expert on British Punjab and its geographical heritage. And this is the Rawalpindi. The Rawalpindi division, Multan division, Lahore division was predominantly Musalman dominated districts. Muslims formed overwhelming population of this district. Centuries of Muslim invasion and forced conversion and alienation from the native culture made a lot of Punjabis to become Muslims, and they were forced. Eventually they accepted the Islamic culture and civilization and identified themselves as Muslims. It's a predominantly Muslim populated divisions. Rawalpindi, Lahore and Multan. Lahore division has a lot of Sikh and Hindu communities, certain districts. So the last western 2 districts, as you can expect, Muslim invaders came from the Central Asia, Khyber, like Ghaznavis and Ghurids later, and Taimur and Nadir Shah, and finally Durranis, Ahmad Shah Abdali, and so on. So they converted a lot of people because the land was close to them, and also their earlier kingdoms were established, and Lahore as a capital. Rawalpindi division has Attock district and Rawalpindi district, Jhelum district. This is the river Jhelum that flows through the Jhelum district, and Sargodha district. Sargodha district, number 4 here mentioned. Sometimes it is also called by various names, Shapur district or Sargodha district. Shapur district, Sargodha is a town there, and this is essentially Potwar region. There are mountains, salt range mountains here. That's northern side of river Jhelum. This is Sindhu river or Indus river. And Attock is the historical entry point where the invaders, after they entered the Khyber Pass and Peshawar Basin, and crossed into Punjab at Attock. Attock or Attock. That's a very important historic city, Attock. So this is Potwar region, essentially, a the upland region in the plains. This is the Rawalpindi division. Then we have Multan division. Multan division is the southernmost and westernmost division, and it consists of Multan, that's a historic city, and this is the Sindhu river. West of the Sindhu river or Indus river is the Dizi Khan or Dera Ghazi Khan district, and after these are called Dera regions. Essentially, Ranjit Singh conquered them in the 1800s, later part after conquering of Multan, like Mianwali, Laya, Bakhar, and so on. And is a Multan district and Muzaffargarh district as east side of river Indus, and Mianwali districts where the current Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan family comes from. They're essentially Pashtun and Punjabi mixed Musalmans family. Mianwali district. The district is mostly on the eastern side of river Indus and small part on the western side. Mianwali town itself will be somewhere here close to the Potwar region. So the Rawalpindi, this Multan division has a Multan district, and this is the Sutlej river, and this is Ravi river, and this is Chenab. Chenab river acquires Jhelum river, and at Ahmadpur Sial, and it acquires and also Ravi river here, and finally Chenab and combined streams of Sutlej river join near Uch Sharif or Alipur. That is about it is a Jang district, and Jang district overlapped a lot of rivers. It is a Jhelum river, and this is Chenab river, and it is the Ravi river. Sometimes you see Layalpur district here is mentioned in Multan district, and sometimes you will see it in the Lahore division also. Actually here it is in the Lahore division, Layalpur here. You can see Layalpur here. So you should not be very picky about it, because these are the political changes the rulers will make as per the convenience. As long as you get the major point, that's what we are trying to convey. It will be sufficient. Whether this particular district is in this division at particular time or in other division, or even some districts we say it's a Lahore district, but sometimes we say Lahore district. Across the Ravi river there is a Sheikhpura district and Gujranwala district generally. Some later Sheikhpura district were formed. Sometimes here the Nankana district is formed, and so on. So here I am trying to give a general point at particular time, okay? And then we see the Lahore division. Lahore division is the very important division. We see the green district here. Lahore city itself is on the southern side of river Ravi, the rear Ravi here. It is a Chamba district in Himachal Pradesh today, and river Ravi starts in Brahmaur and skids Sivaliks here and enters into the Punjab plain, and at Madhopur, that is the near Pathankot between Jammu region and Punjab region, and Lahore this is the Gurdaspur district, and this is Amritsar district, this is Lahore district. So the northern boundary, and Gurdaspur district, Amritsar district, and Lahore district, and Shahiwal district. Shahiwal district was historically called Montgomery district, based upon, it was named after British governor Montgomery, Henry Montgomery, who succeeded Lawrence. I think Lawrence was under 1857 when the rebellion broke down. He was the governor of Punjab, and after he demitted the office, so Henry Montgomery was made the governor and or lieutenant governor of British Punjab, and canal colonies were digging, and colonization of Punjab started. So Montgomery district. And Layalpur district is also canal colony districts. It is across the river Ravi. This is the Ravi river, this is Sutlej river. South of Sutlej river, we'll see the princely state of Bawalpur. And we'll talk about more about these rivers and those ins and out in the future presentations. Here I am giving a broader introduction to it. Across the Ravi river, there is a Sialkot district. This Shakargarh Tehsil. During the formation, the Radcliffe Award, we'll talk about Shakargarh Tehsil. Shakargarh Tehsil essentially has a Muslim majority, and I think entire Gurdaspur district at that time was around about 50.3% of Muslims and remaining non-Muslims. If you take away Shakargarh, then it becomes slightly Hindu majority. Radcliffe did a sort of favor to India or Hindus and Sikhs by detaching this tehsil and awarding Gurdaspur district. That is Gurdaspur, Bathala, and Dinanagar, and Pathankot, and all those regions. This is the Shakargarh tehsil across the river Ravi, and we have Sialkot district, And we have Gujranwala district. This Gujranwala district is the birthplace of the Maharaja Ranjit Singh. His family was a small local misaldars or local principality rulers when the missiles ruled Punjab for a few decades after the collapse of the Durrani Empire and Mughal rule and Maratha rule in Punjab. And they were the very prominent local rulers. And Maharaja came from Gujranwala district. This is a Gujranwala district across Lahore district, across the Ravi. Then Shahiwal district and Layalpur district. This is about the Lahore division. And there is also Gujarat district. Sometimes it was in Lahore division, and here it was depicted part of Rawalpindi division. Gujarat is spelled very different from Gujarat. Gujarat is a state on the Sindh Sagar coast called Arabian Sea. Its essentially historical name is Sindh Sagar. River Sindhu joins the Sagar there, Sindh Sagar. That is with Ahmedabad or Karnavati capital, with Rajkot, Surat and Bhuj as an important region. That is Gujarat, Gujarat state or Gujarat province. This is Gujarat district across the river Chenab. There is a missing. This is very, very critical. You see here, Gujarat. When you say Gujarat, 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 there is a after J. So that's the difference. So a lot of people get confused. Is there Gujarat here? No, it's Gujarat. It's not Gujarat. So that's about the Lahore division. Then we see south of river Satluj is called Malwa region. This is a Punjabi Malwa, not central provinces Malwa. That is Ujjain and Indore, Dhar and Devas and those regions. That's not what we are talking about. We are talking about Punjab Malwa. In the Malwa region, south of Satluj River, you see Satluj River was the historical boundary between Maharaja's territories and British East India Company territories. Across the Satluj River, British built cantonments in Firozpur here, on the east side of river Satluj, then Ludhiana, south side of Satluj River, and Ambala, which is little bit south of Satluj, close to the Yamuna River. Ambala cantonment and Ludhiana cantonment, Ludhiana cantonment and Firozpur cantonment. So we have Firozpur district and we have Ludhiana district. Sorry. The Ambala division or Delhi division, Haryana division has Gurgaon, Delhi and Rohtak and Hisar district. Is a very big district like Bhiwani, Hisar and Sirsa and so on now, and Fatehabad and so on. And Karnal district and Karnal. This is the Ambala district. Ambala, Karnal, Rohtak, Gurgaon, Delhi and Hisar. Then the Jalandhar division is Firozpur across along the Satluj River. This is the princely state of Faridkot. Then we have Jalandhar district here. This is the Jalandhar. Then we have Hoshiarpur district, a big district. Then we have Pahadi speaking or Kangri speaking Kangra district. Kangra district at that time is a Kangra here. Is the Bias Valley essentially. This is the Bias River. You see Bias River here. And Bias Valley, Kangra district, south of Dhauladhar Mountains. That is the lower Himalayas. Dhauladhar Mountains. It is a Kangra region. It is a Kulu region, Lahul and Spiti regions. So the Kangra district bordered Chinese territory now. At that time it was independent country, Tibet or Trivishnapura. Especially mountainous regions, and across this we see the Jaskar Mountains. We have a Lahul and Spiti and Kulu, whereas Mandi was not in British Punjab. It was a princely state of Mandi, then the princely state of Surendranagar, or sometimes called Suket, and princely state of Chamba. So the Kangra district with Kulu and Lahul and Spiti and Hoshiarpur district and Jalandhar district, Firozpur district and Ludhiana districts, these were under They came under Jalandhar division. So that is essentially 5 divisions of Punjab. 5 divisions. Here we can see Ambala division or Haryana division. Ambala division or Haryana division. Then we have Jalandhar division. We have the central Lahore division, and western predominantly Musalman populated. Muslim converts lived here, that is the Rawalpindi division and Multan division. South of River Atlas, this is the princely state ruled by Musalman. Bahawalpur, princely state, today we have Rahimyar Khan, Bahawalpur, Bahawalnagar, and Fort Abbas, and so on. It is essentially a desert, semi-desert region called Cholistan. Is essentially other name for Rajasthan desert, third desert, Cholistan region. So coming to like Rawalpindi division, here I have listed the districts Attock and Jhelum, Rawalpindi, Shahpur and Gujarat. Attock historic district on the bank of river Indus. Rawalpindi district now is a major military and Islamabad and Rawalpindi areas are foothills of the Mari Mountains here. And Rawalpindi divisions Rawalpindi division is Rawalpindi district, Attock district, Jhelum district, Gujarat district, Shahpur district or Sargodha district. Shahpur Sargodha. Then we have Multan division here. So I have listed the district here: Ghazi Khan, Mianwali, Muzaffargarh, Multan and Jang. So Multan district, Muzaffargarh district, Mianwali district are on the eastern side of river Indus. On the other side, west side was DZ Khan, Dera Ghazi Khan. There are some just regions, they are sparsely populated. The region, the desert area, essentially semi-arid region called Thal region, it is called locally. Then we have Jang district. That is about the Multan division. That's a very important division, Lahore division. Here the Lahore division has Gurdaspur, Amritsar, and Lahore district and Montgomery district, Sialkot district, Gujranwala district, Shekhpura district, Lalpur district. So Gurdaspur district, that's the Pathankot, Gurdaspur, Batala. Then Amritsar district, Amritsar, Taran, and so on. Then the Lahore district here, the capital of Punjab, British Punjab, Lahore district. The Lahore and Kasur and so on. Then Shahiwal district, also called Montgomery district, that is Wakara and Shahiwal and Vehari and all those regions. And Multan district, Multan, Khanewal and those regions. The Shahiwal regions, and Lalpur district, that is a Faisalabad district. And here there is a Shekhpura district across the Lahore. And we have Gujranwala district, the home district of Maharaja Ranjit Singh, and Sialkot district, where prominent Muslim leader and separatist and Allama Iqbal family settled, were originally Kashmiris and converted and settled here. He was the first founder of the concept of Pakistan in 1935. And that's about the Lahore division. Gurdaspur, Amritsar, Lahore, Shahiwal, Montgomery, Lalpur, that is Faisalabad, Gujranwala, Nankana Sahib, Shekhpura and Sialkot. Then we have Jalandhar division. Jalandhar, Firozpur and Ludhiana, Jalandhar, Hoshiarpur, Kangra. Firozpur, eastern side of river Atlas, Firozpur district. Then the red one here is the number 20, Jalandhar district. Then the Hoshiarpur district and Kangra district, Kangra, Kulu and Lahul and Spiti. That's the Jalandhar district. From Rajasthan border to Tibet border almost. From the 200 meters of the plains in the Indo-Gangetic plains to nearly 7 or 8,000 meters above the mean sea level. The very diversified division, Jalandhar division. Then we have the Delhi division, sometimes called Ambala division, sometimes you will see as a Haryana division, especially Bangar speaking region. That is a dialect of Hindi called Haryanvi speaking region. It has a Delhi, of course, and we have as And it also had a possession of Simla. This I forgot to mention so far. Simla city and town that was close to the Simla princely state like Bashar and Sirmur and Kasauli, Nalagar and Kalsia, so on. But Simla itself was under the British control. It was a British summer resort, and British viceroys, governor generals stay there for a couple of months. So essentially considered as a summer capital. It's not really capital, but governors, all the officials used to live there during summer to escape from the great the summer harsh temperatures in the Gangetic Plains. And also sometimes the Punjab government also lived there. And so it's essentially a summer capital of British East India. And later the Punjab government officials used to live in Murree. That's also sometimes, Murree is like a few kilometers north of today's Rawalpindi, Islamabad, and the Murree Mountains, Murree and Simla. So here, Simla is also a small political unit in the Delhi division. And of course you have a Delhi, surrounding Delhi, Gurgaon, and there is a Faridabad and so on, Rohtak and Jajjar and so on, and Karnal, that is Panipat, Sonipat, those regions, and Ambala, Jagadri, and Ropar district was also part of Ambala at that time. And so Ambala, Karnal, and Rohtak, Delhi, Gurgaon, bigger Hisar district, that is Delhi division or Ambala division or Southern Haryana division. So that is in essence about British Punjab. British Punjab is a political entity formed after the Second Sikh War, survived nearly for 100 years from 1849 to 47. It was bifurcated into East Punjab due to increasing Islamic aggression and Muslim street violence and the failure of the Congress leadership to control them, and British anxiety to quit India. And finally, when India was partitioned, Punjab was partitioned and became East Punjab and West Punjab. Predominantly Musalman dominated Rawalpindi division, Multan division were awarded to West Punjab, that is Pakistan, and most of the districts in Lahore division was awarded to Pakistan except Gurdaspur district, Sans, Sekargarh, Tehsil across the river Ravi, and entire Amritsar district were given to India. And Haryanvi speaking Delhi division, Ambala division, and predominantly Punjabi, Hindi, Kangri and Pahadi speaking Jalandhar division were given to India. So knowing these districts and divisions very important for later political developments in India and Sikh separatism, Khalistani movement and all those things. So after this presentation you will have a solid understanding of the British Punjab and British Punjab 5 divisions, Ambala division, Jalandhar division, Lahore division, Rawalpindi division, Multan division. Nearly I didn't count how many districts are there. They should be pretty close to 30 or so. So that's in brief what I wanted to talk about today. That is British Punjab divisions and district. This is our continuation of exploration of our fascinating Punjab. There is no other historic region in the entire planet Earth. Punjab is so fascinating, and I will endeavor to bring you the fascination of knowing our great land, Punjab, and from South Asia, which is a historical channel, and we'll talk about various nuances of Punjab in the later lectures. We'll discuss about the Punjab Khalsa Raj survived 1801 to 1849 by Maharaja Ranjit Singh. We'll talk about what is East Punjab, what is West Punjab in 1960s, their districts. We'll talk about East Punjab, Punjabi Subha movement and Punjab Reorganization Act. And we'll talk about East Punjab part and Pepsu that survived as a province in 1948-56. And East Punjab, how it looked, the district evolution, in 1941, 51, 61, 71, and so on. Later part we'll talk about the partition of Punjab, the triumph of Islamic imperialism consolidation, a major victory after Battle of Terrain, where Maharaja Purjit Singh Punjabi lost to Gurid ruler from Ghor in the Hindu Kush mountains, Panipat 3 battle, and Ranjit Singh's Punjab bird's eye we will discuss. And last time, this is the Ranjit Singh's Punjab, British Punjab, how they compare. And last time we have discussed about the British Punjab, the bird's eye view, if you look back in the Punjab folder. So thank you very much. This is J. Reddy from South Asia Educational Channel, targeting to bring the vast knowledge about Mother Bharat in maps, pictures and icons. Your comments, encouragements, compliments, criticisms are always welcome, and appreciate you subscribe and spread the good news about this channel so that it will be a very major educational source by understanding the deep about our ancient motherland. This is excuse me, J. Reddy, your host, and see you later.